Don't like you.
What's up? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. It's Tuesday, Dead Tuesday, March 5th. I feel like March 5th is another person's birthday I know, but I can't remember it. I feel like it's a day that means something in my life that I can't figure out the meaning. But what's going on, everyone? How are you, Jake?
Cinco de Marzo, Jim. That's what you're forgetting.
Cinco de Marzo. I always do forget about de Marzo of the Cinco.
Ooh. Yeah. Hey, how are you? What tune was that? What was that jam you just played?
So it's Hate Week, and this was Hate by Hey There Delilah. Now, I never heard that song before, but I thought it was funny. I don't hate you, but I really, really, really don't like you. That's a funny thing to tell someone. It's weird to have nostalgia for a song you've never heard before. Because like as that song's playing, I'm thinking, in 2006, I would have really dug that song, but it just never fell into my lap in 2006.
Who's the band that sings that?
Plain White Tees. Hey there, Delilah. What's it like?
You said it was by Hey There, Delilah.
Oh, well, that's what they should be known as.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, Hey There, Delilah definitely was a one-hit wonder, but I knew that wasn't the name of the band. But I thought maybe there was a band that could have already been named about that song at this point.
Yeah, I really threw you for a loop. I apologize.
It's okay. Yeah, good song. It's one of your favorite songs. I'll let you talk about it more.
Well, no. Now, speaking of Krause, should we just get Krause on the show? I feel like we talk about him all the time.
He's got his spring break coming up. I might try to bait him in or something.
It was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
So we talked about him yesterday. Today I'm going to talk about him. Krause was a big fan of the remix to Hey There, Delilah. I forget how it goes, but it was about cooking meat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Can you sing Hey There, Delilah for me? Like, Hey there,
Hey
Delilah.
there, Delilah, what it like in New York City? You're a million miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, you do. Oh, it's what you do to me.
Yeah. So the remix was like,
it's what you do to meat.
It's how you cook the meat. Oh, it's how you cook the meat. But there was lyrics for all of that. Ed Krause was a big fan of the remix, I believe.
We're a couple songbirds for sure. I couldn't. What song was stuck in my head all day yesterday?
It's a guy doing a fake Indian accent. And he's like, "Hey there, Kalila, you stay good and cook some kuso."
Oh yeah.
It's probably racist.
Yeah, it could be taken as that way. I've seen former roommate Jeff do a version of Enrique Iglesias that has gotten people angry with him because Jeff likes to include his lisp a little more than some people enjoy.
His version of Enrique Iglesias is amazing.
I agree, but that doesn't mean some people can't be offended by it. I guess I had Skinny Love stuck in my head all day yesterday.
Which version?
Ooh, Bon Iver, bro. The only version.
I agree. Bon Iver.
Okay. So yeah, I was just making everything a song out of that, which is like a serious song to try to make your everyday tasks about. I was singing to the dog, singing about having a glass of water.
You turned Skinny Love into wanting a glass of water?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
'Cause I told you you'd be refreshing, and I'd give you a little ice. I don't know, that's kind of the gist.
I like it.
Yeah. But it's it's not a song you can just kind of like snap to and just mumble. It's a song you got to kind of give it hell whenever you're singing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't do it in the real version, but when you sing along to Skinny Love, you're going a little crazier.
Got to turn up. It's a turn up song. That's a tricky turn up song. That might have to be on low-key turn-up song week.
Low-key turn-up song week. I like that.
White Houses.
That is
Skinny Love.
Nothing low-key about White Houses. That's a banger.
But people, you know what I'm saying.
I like. You want to talk music? You don't. Bon Iver. His real name is Justin Vernon, and I like his songs when he's Justin Vernon way better than when he's Bon Iver. Because Bon Iver, he sings in a falsetto and a whisper and blah 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 blah, and Justin Vernon just sings in a normal voice.
Okay.
Split personality, but I do like Skinny Love. Now we've done it. Now we've talked. Bon Iver.
Yeah.
Finally.
You know where Justin Vernon's from?
I would guess like the Northwest.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Midwest.
You know what his middle name is?
Ezekiel.
Justin DeYarmond Edison Vernon.
DeYarmond? That's got to be a maiden name, like his mom's maiden name or something.
DeYarmond. DeYarmond.
It's got to be a maiden name, right?
I mean, it's
like some surname.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they combined names or something, because it's not like DeYarmond's a common last name. Yeah. Like if someone introduced themselves and was like, "Hey, I'm Justin DeYarmond," I'd be like, "DeYarmond, what is that?" Like, I think I would just be straight up about it.
Pretty weird.
His first band's name was DeYarmond Edison. His two middle names, which I don't like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He's all about different names. He's kind of a weird guy.
All right.
I need to know why his name's DeYarmond now.
Yeah. DeYarmond.
Yeah. DeYarmond.
Ooh, DeYarmond.
Eat fresh. Applebee's.
What's your name? What's your name? Name Edison.
When's the last time you've been to an Applebee's?
Last time I've been to an Applebee's, God. It's probably a little while now. I'd put years on it.
Yeah, tough business. All those chains going out of business because people. We've talked about this. They blame millennials. They're like, "Oh, the millennials don't want good food now." It's like, well, yeah. Don't blame us.
Looks like there's still looks like there's 7 or so in the Denver area. You know what it is, man? Like, if you're in a city, you're not going at all. Like, I'm looking at all these Applebee's locations, and they're like, you're out of Denver, and you're in a location where you just want to get off an exit and eat food that you know won't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking Applebee's.
Yeah. I found a whole rat in my Cobb salad. I wanted to tell you something before we move on to sports. Do you want to finish the thought?
I was gonna say at the end of the Talladega of Ricky Bobby, which I've watched in the past couple weeks. I think that it might have been when I was at spring training with you.
Yeah, we watched it.
You're starting to get into sleepy mode. At the end, when they all reunite and Ricky Bobby wins the race and Reese like taps back in, they drop a really nice, like, I think Will Ferrell says it to the dad. He says, "Should we go to Applebee's and get kicked out?" And Reese Bobby goes, "You just read my mind." Which, fact that he was thinking that again, it's good humor.
Yeah. Held up. I was scared when we put Talladega Nights on to see if it held up or not, because we did that spring training 2 years ago with Beer Fest. And
right.
It was like, holy shit, this movie's not good anymore.
Yeah, and you wonder if that's That's one of those things. I mean, the Beer Fest guys, their careers never took off outside of themselves. They got the new firefighter show, which I can only assume is a version of Super Troopers, except them doing firefighter stuff.
Super Troopers 2 was god awful.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of assume that with any
but it was
any
embarrassing
sequel.
because we showed Luke, my little brother. We're like, Beer Fest is really funny. We loved it, and then he was like, "Guys, what are we watching? This sucks." And that was I couldn't refute it. I was like, "This has aged terribly."
Yeah, and I mean, those guys haven't been the best in Hollywood. Maybe it's maybe we're just blind to it.
Maybe. All right. I wanted to tell you what Twitter. I had a fun night on Twitter last night.
Sure.
I tweeted about Band of Brothers, and it kind of got viral in the Band of Brothers world, which is cool.
Band of Brothers Twitter.
It didn't go viral. It got. I thought it was going to be like a 2-liker because my people that follow me on Twitter just like Yankees, and that's all. But I'm at 51 retweets, 687 likes. But Twitter's bizarre because the actor, one of the actors that's in Band of Brothers, replied to it. Michael Cudlitz. You'd know him if you saw his face, Jake. I don't know what you would know him from.
How are you spelling that last name?
Cudlitz. I think his Twitter bio, his Twitter bio is, and yeah, I'm that guy, which I think he's a character actor. So I think you'd look at his face and go, oh, that guy?
Okay.
But everything I know him from, I don't think you watched. So I don't know what you know him from.
Sex Drive. I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah, he's in that. Mighty Ducks D3, Band of Brothers.
It's like he's done a lot of Walking Dead stuff. Yeah, maybe.
His face?
It's not jumping out to me right now. I think I'd have to find him in an actual movie or show I've watched.
So he replied and was like, yeah, I'm humbled by that, man. This is a great thread. And so I got to ask him a question,
Right.
I got my one-on-one. He replied to me. He follows me now. He's going to unfollow me so quick. I've had this happen, like musicians that I like, and I'll tweet out about how I like their songs. So they're like, hey, thanks. And they follow me. Or Kevin Youkilis followed me for a little bit. And then once Yankee season starts, they're like, oh, my God, I can't follow this kid.
Right.
Yeah. So Michael Clauditz, I understand that you're going to unfollow me in the next couple of days. I appreciate the effort. I said, Bull, that was his name in Band of Brothers. I said, I'm watching you fight out of the barn right now. He was on the scene that I was watching. His character, Jake, nonstop had a cigar in the side of his mouth.
Okay.
Not lit. It was just there.
Right.
And I said, after filming, did you become a cigar in the mouth man for a little bit? It feels like a fun habit to continue. He said, I didn't smoke for 10 years after. Now I'm an avid cigar guy.
How about that?
So there you have it. That's my one-on-one with Michael Cudlitz. Don't know if I'm saying that last name correctly. Probably not.
You're in the ballpark.
But yeah, if anyone ever wants to talk Band of Brothers with me, hit me up. I've read a handful of the books. I've taken the tour in Normandy. And I've watched the show once a year, basically.
Jim, the only thing that I can legitimately say I recognize him from. Oh, he was in the original 24, but I mean, I don't remember that too well. Jim, he was in a movie series that you were catching part of yesterday. He was in Mighty Ducks D3.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah. I didn't know I thought you weren't a Mighty Ducks guy.
I'm not. I mean, I've seen them a little bit, but I remember him at the prep school with the orange hair and all that. Like when I Googled that, I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I haven't. I guess
he gets a lot of bad things. He's
seen him in 20 years or so.
He holds horse shit in Mighty Ducks D3. He gets lassoed by Guy Germain. No, by Cowboy Dwayne. And he gets table-topped, checked through the boards, breaks the glass. That was a follow-up question someone asked him on Twitter. I was watching Mighty Ducks. I watched Mighty Ducks 1 yesterday in Band of Brothers.
There you go.
Yeah. Good times. I had one other thing. Now I can't think of it. Oh, it was just one more Band of Brothers thought. I have had 2 or 3 people say they're watching Band of Brothers for the first time. And you know how most people are saying, oh, I wish I could go back and watch it for the first time?
For anything or for Band of Brothers?
No, for anything.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could go back and experience for the first time. For Band of Brothers, I think this sounds weird, but it's actually the best on the third or fourth watch.
Okay.
Because the first time through, you don't realize that the lead of episode 7 was in the background for all of episode 1. He just didn't have any lines. Like, they're all there. So watch Band of Brothers. It's the best ever. Let's get into some sports. The Nets blew out the Mavericks 127-88. That's like a 70,000 point spread, I think. Easy money. The Knicks lost to the Clippers by 8 points. Good job, Knicks. New Jersey Institute of Technology beat Florida Gulf Coast, Dunk City, in the first round of the Atlantic Sun Conference Tournament. They take on number 1 seed, the Lipscomb Bisons. Who the fuck are you? In the next round on Thursday, I will be rooting for NGIT bigly. Bigly rooting for NGIT to beat the Lipscomb Bisons. Dethrone the number 1 seed. Let's go dancing, New Jersey Institute of Technology. None of the hockey teams played, nor did any of the football teams.
You're not a big Lipscomb guy?
What is that school? Have you ever heard of that? I've never heard of that school.
Yeah, I've only heard of it because it's in Nashville. It's like Vandy, Lipscomb, and Belmont are the 3 colleges in Nashville, I think. Maybe I'm missing one. But and on one of my nerdy NCAA basketball games I used to play back in the day, if you were starting like a coach dynasty mode, you had to start at a crappy school, and Lipscomb was one of the options.
Cool. Well, I hope they get their shit pushed in.
Wow.
By what's the New Jersey Institute of Technology mascot?
I don't know.
The New Jersey Institute of Technology Highlanders.
Ooh,
gonna kill those Bisons.
the Highlander. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a pretty strong mascot.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Would you say you're an NJIT fan?
For this week, of course I am.
Because Florida Gulf Coast used to be one of your favorite schools.
Well, it's just the best basketball I've ever seen played in my entire life. Those two games in, what was it, 2011? 2012 maybe?
Not a year's guy.
Maybe it was 2010.
Yeah.
The best basketball. Like, they were just making every three. They only had made threes and alley-oops.
Yeah, they were playing video games.
It was video game basketball for 2 games.
It's really good. It's weirdly good.
What's that coach doing? Because he went straight to USC, right?
Yeah, I think he went to USC and he faded out, and USC's basketball. Well, a lot of USC sports haven't been great, but yeah, because everyone was like, "Oh, this is going to be perfect. These guys play cool basketball." The guy was like dating a model. I don't know if you remember that part. That was part of the story. I think Andy Enfield, 49 years old. What's he doing? Oh, is he still at USC? Holy smokes. 107 and 88 lifetime, and he's been there since 2013. So
yeah, well, it was after the 2013 run. That's when they went on their run that he got.
There you go. So 2013.
They beat Georgetown. I mean, go watch the highlights from the 2003 Dunk City. It was crazy. Are any of these players playing anywhere? Like, what was this white kid's name?
I don't think so, man. I think that's.
I can't do this. Dude just drove the lane, like in the middle of a tie game versus Georgetown, the 15 seed playing the 2 seed. Instead of taking the easy layup, he had the easy layup, Jake.
Yeah.
He throws it off the backboard, and the guy behind him slams it in. It's video game basketball.
They were like just LIVIN.
Crazy. Dunk City. All right. You got anything else? The Nets blew out the Mavericks. That was the easiest money we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, that was, just read it like a book.
Yeah. Like a children's book.
like a children's book. I drafted up. I've got some children's books ideas drafted up for a rainy day.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna become the next Michael Showalter.
No,
No, Michael Ian Black.
no.
You know what, Michael Ian Black?
I'm just gonna be the next Jake Storielli, brother.
Some guy already beat you to that.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't have a common name.
Well, I know, but someone else stole your name.
No one stole my name, and that would still make me the first if they stole it. So,
Speaking of you being an author,
yes,
you sold your first quote yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah, big news. Jordan Gagg, big time listener to JJR, requested nice wall art of Jake's quotes. What was the quote? It's a good one. It's a nice one.
it's around. It gets the idea across. But a big thing I'm a proponent of is you could do anything in this life.
Yes, you can do anything in this world. You truly can.
Yeah, anything. So yeah, sold that. I mean, it's not fully out of my realm. I've had a lot of people address me about my artistic ways through the years. There's poster arts of me playing basketball with motivational quotes. It's not shocking.
Yeah. I'm the maker, whatever the art word is for both those posters.
Yeah.
Designer. I took a Charlie Chaplin quote and I just completely copied how they did it.
Nice.
That little picture of you in the corner.
Yep.
That was Charlie Chaplin with his cane. I'll get a
Some
picture.
say it still is, Jen.
Ooh, so if you have a quote that you want that Jake says.
Yeah, we do quotes now.
Yeah, we do quote boards. Like, let me run down some options for them.
Everyone enjoy your bad day. Nothing I say should be important to anyone. Girls
That's
are bad.
good. Put it on a shirt.
You're a loser.
No, that's not you. That one wasn't you,
not
Jake. With this on a shirt?
Grew up in the streets, man. We used to lean over to get our poops out.
Maybe that one seems like more of a poster wall. That's like a good bathroom art type thing.
I'm not thinking. I'm never thinking.
What are all of these?
It just hurt me deep inside. That's called free money.
That's not
You're
you
my
either.
soundboard guy.
That's not you either. I know. It's fun. All right, let's go on to the national news.
Baseball is dead. But if it is dead, Jimmy, then why did Bryce Harper outsell King James's first day as a Laker in jersey sales? Philadelphia, raise up. 48 hours, top online seller for any player jersey. That number 3, Jim, in Philadelphia. Bryce Harper, Allen Iverson. Now they just need like a quarterback or a running back to take hold of 3. And yeah, maybe the Flyers have had someone that I don't care about, but something. Jimmy, the conference tournaments, as you mentioned, NJIT and Gulf City, conference tournaments are happening for March Madness. It's kind of a beautiful time of the year. Big South and Patriot League kick off today. Do you both have testicles? No, that's not what our fans write into the show. That was an NFL Combine question. Golden Stein's Andrew Bogut from the Aussie League for Stretch Run. LeBron show still just kind of unbelievable to a degree. I know the internet has now run away with it to a ridiculous degree, but every Lakers game, there's 3 lowlights that are just kind of unbelievable.
I love that Bryce Harper sold that many jerseys.
I do too.
One of my reasons for loving it are threefold, unless I think of a fourth reason as I do this.
Okay.
1, proves baseball is booming. 2, proves San Diego sucks.
Yeah.
3, proves Bryce Harper is worth more than Manny Machado.
Okay.
4, I didn't have a fourth.
I like 2 and 3. Number 1, I like, but it also makes me sad because it confirms just what I believe, that baseball is kind of blowing it to a degree. Like
Oh yeah,
there is markability and sales stuff out there that I think baseball is just, and no pun intended, swung and missed on for a while now.
did you see my scathing tweet at MLB yesterday?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I rarely take out my Twitter fangs, but they were out yesterday. I put them right in their place, man.
Oh, here it is.
They probably have me on the banned list. Don't let this guy into any MLB stadiums.
Yep.
My internet's going slow.
Okay.
But my tweet to MLB, at MLB, okay? At MLB. Damn it, I tweeted a lot yesterday. Whoa, Jake.
Yeah.
I reply to a lot of people.
You say stuff about our buddy Craig Calcaterra. You're Craig in training.
Well, I reply. He quote tweets every reply, so it goes on everyone's timeline.
Yeah.
But I have to find this. Here we go. At MLB. Everything you are doing to your video department this offseason has sucked, and I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
So I got him.
Yeah.
I got him. And that ties into what you're saying. They're just so stupid. They're just a bunch of old, stupid people.
Yeah.
So here's my biggest gripe. If I want to go watch the highlight of Judge hitting his home run,
right,
and I don't want to watch it on Twitter or Instagram, because watching videos on Instagram is terrible. You can't pause them or anything. You can't slide around. I want to watch it on my computer screen, a nice HD highlight. Now,
sure,
maybe I want to grab it because I want to make some videos out of it. You jerks. I mean, that's. I know you're not in favor of that. So I go. The only place to do it is MLB.
Which they should be, by the way. Which is also part of the problem.
Yes, they should want me to spread their good games. So I go to MLB.com/videos. That's where they have all their videos. Right now, the page is not found. Yeah, that's crazy. Right now, the page is just completely not found. Yesterday,
they got your tweet. They're editing it.
I hope
they
so.
listened.
Yesterday, the search feature was down.
Yeah.
So instead of being able to search Judge, I was actually looking for LeMahieu. You just had to click through a million thumbnails to find it. Also, all off season, their website was completely broken. If I searched Judge and then I found the Judge video I wanted, I clicked on it, it would just take me to the most recent video they posted, and there was no way to actually get to the Judge video. You suck at technology, so why don't you just let other people post your videos?
Yeah.
If you're going to be the only people allowed to post your videos, be good at posting them, maybe?
Right.
Have a functioning website? No, just a bunch of old men screaming at themselves about how, we can't let the kids share our stuff without blah, blah, blah. They're stupid. So I also emailed them. Their email department is terrible.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to fun email off with them. Want to hear how that goes?
Yeah, to a degree.
I'm pretty snarky and jerky when this happens. Anyway, I wasn't in this situation. They used to have every game from 2009 ever available. If you paid for the MLB TV subscription, you could watch every game from when they started MLB TV. And that I use that because I would say we're facing Verlander. I'm going to go back and find the clips of fucking Didi versus
Verlander.
Yeah, I'm going to find all those clips and make videos. So I'm probably in the 0.005% that actually used this technology. But it was offered. It was part of the package I was paying for. So last year I said, hey, this is something that I was paying for. I live in the area. I can get games. The backlog is what I was paying for. Or are they going to be back up? And they're like, yeah, we're just redoing the site. They're going to be back up. So I found that email exchange from the beginning of last season, and I replied to it knowing that would get directly to someone.
Right.
And I said, hey, is the backlog going to be back up? It's still just the 2019 season that's available, nothing further. There should be 10 seasons of baseball available. That's what I was paying for. And they said, we've never offered anything more than the latest 2 seasons. And I said, that's a bold-faced lie.
Right, you're either wrong or you're lying or both. Next.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, either you don't know what you're talking about or you're lying to me. Whatever. I mean, I'm in such a minority of they're not going to worry about that. But they should just say, we're not doing that anymore. Sorry.
Right.
Instead of giving me the run around. Oh, give me the run around.
I don't mind a snarky email exchange with a big guy. I mean, I don't know how much you remember my Venmo exchange.
Oh yeah, I doubled down and got in Venmo jail with you. I supported you.
You joined me in Venmo jail. A quick story. We can make it the halftime story if you want.
You want to just go to halftime?
So Venmo. I was living with some buddies in Denver, and one guy would take care of the rent. And so this is actually roommate Jeff from the start of the episode, his brother. So if I'm Venmoing you something, I'm not normally labeling what it is. The majority of the time, I'm gonna say, just a dumb, silly joke to get through the day, because that's what I do. So I labeled it that month. He was going to Cuba, and just as a joke, I labeled it. I paid the rent, and I said hats from Cuba. Hats from Cuba.
Illegal.
Venmo flagged my account, and they held that payment.
David, John,
and the rest of my account was fine. They were like, yeah, you could do whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they were holding, a month's rent amount of money, and we started exchanging some emails, and I was just like, hey, like, this was a joke. I have no idea what you guys are doing, but you could just give me my money now, please. And they were like, this is in review, blah, blah, blah. But they weren't all automated emails. Some of them were real emails. And I just went full deep end off them. I just gave them the, hi there, like, you guys are more than welcome. Let me formally invite you to come to my home and check anywhere for Cuban hats. I have no Cuban hats here. If this is the problem, let me know what I can show you that can prove to you I have 0 Cuban hats. I have nothing from Cuba. And then I just end everything with like okay, let me know, thanks. Just like overexcited, like having a blast. And I think they figured it out after a while, to the point where I had some of my legal buddies who were vested in the story. They looked it up, and Venmo has a policy that's like they can hold a transaction for up to 180 days. So once I got that number, I was like, okay, this is clearly what Venmo was doing. So I kept sending them an email with like a countdown, like, oh, here we come, 20 days left. What are we gonna do here? And then like 3 days before, they just gave me my money back. Yeah. And it's like, why?
Well, I heard this story the first time it was happening to you, and I immediately Venmo'd you $5 and said they were for hats from Cuba, because I just wanted to get you in the weeds a little more.
Yeah.
This guy's a Cuban hat dealer. He clearly bought these hats from this guy and just sold one hat to that guy.
You suspect. Sounds like this guy got 100 Cuban hats if he's selling them for $5 a pop. But and this was like, I don't want to say this was early Venmo.
No, it wasn't.
This was like prime Venmo, I'd say. And like you'd see, I would take screenshots every day of people sending Venmo for like drugs or like booger sugar, and it's like, okay, so we're flagging down my hats from Cuba, but there's actual drug transactions going on in front of you, and you could care less. So we're old men, is what that is.
Well, we don't like when humans in customer service just turn their brains off.
Right.
I had an exchange yesterday. We're trying to fix the website, and we're having problems with our host and stuff. So I emailed the host and I said, hey, we had it all set up so like, all the links went to their pages. Well, we changed the host, and now they're all gone. Is there a way you can fix that without us My contact just fell in my eye. Hold on. Hold on. A little contact going back in the eye. Okay. Game ready. Okay. So I said, hey, there should be a way you can just fix this. It should be easy steps. So I said, the links aren't working. Can you fix it? The guy responded, one sentence response. No, like, hey, sorry about this.
Right.
And then at the end, thank you, my name. He just responded, are you able to push your backup once again? So I said, I'm not familiar with all of this. I'm not positive what that means. Can you explain what you mean by, are you able to push your backup once again?
Right.
He responded, one sentence, upload once again your files.
Okay.
That's all I got. Upload once again your files. I responded, hi, Luke. I may not be the smartest in this arena, but can you please offer more detailed instructions? So far, our conversation has been, and then I just quoted our whole entire conversation. The links are not working. Can you help? Are you able to push your backup once again? What does that mean? Upload once again your files. I said, it's safe to say I'm more confused now than I was at the start.
Right.
And just no response. Dude hasn't responded to me in 4 days now. Like, what are you doing? Help me do your job and help me. Don't just send cryptic one-line messages. Upload once again your files. Don't know what that means, Luke. I haven't
Maybe Luke
uploaded
got
files.
fired.
Upload. I hope so. It's stupid. Fucking, did I ever tell you the first time I called MLB support? I've had to have told you this story.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's hear it.
I called MLB support
Half.
because MLB TV wasn't working.
Okay.
And I would go to online to fix it. And at the end, it said call customer service. So I called customer service. I got this girl. Nice girl, Jake.
Sure.
She goes, okay, let's run through the process again to make sure we're on the same page. And I was like, all right. I mean, I just did it. It told me to call you.
Right.
She's like, let's just see. And I was like, fine. You know what? You got to be in my shoes to get a feel for what's going on.
Yep.
Sure. If we do it together, you'll understand the problem. We do it. We go through. At the end, she says, looks like here it's telling you to call customer service.
Yeah.
And I said, I did. You are customer service.
Right.
And she said, oh yeah, okay. So let's see what we can do about this. All right, let me do it again. And then I was like, no. I said, give me to a manager. And she was like, oh, managers are busy. I said, I'll wait however long it takes. But like, you're not going to be able to help me. And no offense, but you just told me to call customer service when you are customer service. So I'm just going to wait for that manager. And then the manager came on and he was like, what's the problem? Oh, it's a snag. And he was like, oh, it's just a simple snag. We're having errors right now. It'll be back up within an hour. I was like, oh, perfect. That's great information to have. He said, is there anything else I can do for you? I said, you can let all the people that work under you know this.
Right.
Because they don't know it. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, she told me to call customer service.
Yeah.
What? I said, your customer service rep told me to call customer service. He was like, well, that's embarrassing. It's like, yeah, truly is. Truly is embarrassing.
It's basically a Parks and Recreation scene.
Yeah. All right.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to manage.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Philadelphia has banned cashless shops to fight discrimination against the poor. A woman stabbed her mother, then confessed to her crime to fellow Olive Garden diners. 3 buffalo were shot dead after running wild on a California highway. Parents of a dead West Point cadet asked judge for permission to retrieve their son's sperm for the possibility of preserving some piece of our child that might live on. And over 1,500 rare turtles were found duct taped and stuffed into abandoned luggage at Manila airport. Lot going on here, Jake. Some heavy stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's literally like if this was a map, it would be all different corners of the map.
So where do you want to go first?
Okay. Well, I've got good news. I clicked on the turtles because I needed to know. And it looks like they're still in good shape.
Okay, were they trying to save the turtles?
No, I think they were trying to sell them. I think in theory, these 1,500 turtles had the street value of these turtles was 86 grand.
Okay. But if you're trying to sell the turtles, you're not trying to harm them.
Right, but at the same time, I was worried about how a turtle's built and like their limbs and stuff. So I mean, their head was on. I was worried about their head being covered, and the head was open, and that's all I cared about. Man, these are pricey little bugs, man. 1,500 turtles translates to 86K. You're the math guy.
No, I'm not doing that math.
I don't have my phone with me. That's all right. That's a spicy meatball.
How do you try to sneak through customs? Customs like, why are they duct taped like that so their legs can't get out?
Customs said the turtles were abandoned at arrivals because the passenger got cold feet.
So he duct taped all the turtles up like this, and then was like, never mind, can't do it.
This guy was Jim. This guy was just the go man. This guy never touched a turtle.
Are you looking at the picture a
Yes.
little farther down on the thing of like the wide shot of the box full of them?
Yeah.
It makes me a little sad. I'm not even an animal guy. It makes me a little sad.
Yeah, I mean, I was just worried about their head access. I mean, the thing that you have to think about is that, I mean, turtles bring their limbs in. I know they're uncomfortable, but when they're scared, they bring their limbs in, which they're probably scared.
Yeah, but there's like, these are the turtles on the top of the pile. There's some at the bottom of that pile, like not having a good time.
I think they were okay with it. They had head access. And I guess they're all getting saved now. I'm sure something nice will happen with these turtles now.
Yeah. They're often used for traditional Asian medicine. The turtle bones have to be crushed and churned into powder before consumption for medical purposes. Some others believe that turtle's meat functions as an aphrodisiac.
Hmm.
Mm.
You could say that about anything. Like any creepy person. Or you don't even have to be creepy. I was watching an episode of Seinfeld last night. George has a nice piece of mango. And he gets some movement in his downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Anything can be an aphrodisiac for you. Write that down.
All right. Well, do you think the mango would work on a dead guy? Because these parents want to get the sperm out of their dead son, their West Point cadet who died. I mean, tragic and terribly sad, 21-year-olds. But retrieving sperm from a dead person, has this been done? Can it be done?
So, Jimmy, he's declared brain dead.
Oh, okay.
So, skiing accident, fractured spine, oxygen cut off to his brain. So I think that might even make it weirder.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a big elephant in the room, and I'm just going to be the one that's bold enough to say it. Is someone going to have to jerk off this dead guy to get his sperm? Is that how we're doing this? Or is there like a syringe you pop in and like squeeze some sperm out?
I'm guessing syringe.
Would you want this? Let's just change it to you. We'll get off this guy who actually died because that's sad. You're brain dead. Would you want someone to massage some sperm out of you, Robert Kraft style, so that you can then procreate?
If it was like with my current significant other, if she wanted to do that, knock yourself out. Otherwise, who are we doing this to? You know, like this guy's a 21-year-old. I don't think it says anything about a girlfriend or wife or anything. So then it's like, what are his parents going to be auditioning girls to impregnate with their grandson?
I think they'd hire a surrogate.
I don't know. And then
would,
what? Are the grandparents just going to raise it as their own?
Yeah, I would think little Elton John situation. Is it Elton John? No. Billy Joel? Who's the guy that was raised by his? I don't know. His sister was really.
Tell me.
His sister was really his mom. It's a famous musician or actor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we have that option here. I think it's like I'm not totally against it. Like, there's a chance it could be a nice, cool thing, but I don't see that next move.
Yeah, I don't know. So you wouldn't want it?
If it was with like my present girlfriend or a present significant other and they wanted to do that, then sure.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I'd want this.
Okay.
I want kids.
Yeah.
So like, that'd be cool. It's weird in the moment, but like if I get some kids and then they're part of me, I think that's super cool. So I'm actually in favor of this.
But let's say you don't have a lovely significant other, which you do. I mean, what's the game plan? Find a surrogate and one of your siblings raises it?
Or my parents. Yeah, someone's got to do that burden to help me and my.
I mean, I'm thinking for you, it'd be one of your siblings. I mean, it's a tough responsibility to put a full another child on your parents' lap at this point.
Yeah, one of my siblings. Yeah, just one kid.
Just throw it into Courtney and Brett's mix. Who cares?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah.
I'm a big family guy. I think Jack Nicklaus. He was Jack.
And you're okay with just a random surrogate, or you want your parents? I mean, what are your parents looking for in your surrogate?
Probably a healthy woman with some nice birthing hips that's not looking to keep the baby.
Okay.
Phoebe Buffet.
But I mean, the other half of your child, which is part of the beauty. Well, it's not all the beauty in having a child, but it's part of, seeing yourself and that other person together in the kid.
Oh, we'll just go find a woman who died and do the same thing.
Oh, okay. So you're going to have a dead woman give birth to your kid.
Jimmy Jr. No, the surrogate's going to give birth to mine and the dead woman's eggs.
I know.
And they'll be like, Jimmy Jr., how did your parents meet? They died. They were dead.
Oh man, that's a tough like first day of third grade.
They actually never met, Mrs. Hamill. What do you mean your parents never met? How's that possible? Well, my dad was dead, and someone jerked him off when he was dying, and then we kept the sperm, and then scraped some eggs out of this dead woman, and those are my parents.
Straight morbid.
Jack Nicholson was raised by his grandma and led to believe that his mother was his sister. So when he grew up, he found out that his sister was actually his mom.
Gotcha.
And that's why he's a fucking weirdo.
Weird guy, yeah.
How about this? The Philadelphia people that own businesses have shops where they don't accept cash.
Right.
And Philadelphia is now banning that. You can't do that. Like you have to accept cash. IMO. If you have a brick and mortar site, it's like that. It's like that eBay scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Imagine walking into a place. You're homeless. You sit outside. You collect coins. You finally get $5. You go into the store. You buy yourself that Gatorade you've been dreaming about for 3 weeks. And they're like, oh, sorry, we only take credit card here. What are you talking about? This is cash.
The world's going this way, though. I think one of the major sports leagues, it might even be the NFL, I think they're hoping to have, like, moneyless stadiums next year or something like that.
Why, though? Why is cash bad? Like, why can't you still allow cash? What's it?
I just think it's a one less thing type thing. I think you don't have to handle the cash. I think you could deal with customers more quickly. I think as a business standpoint, businesses are all about efficiency nowadays. I think it's a lot more efficient if you never have to deal with any of that. So, I mean, businesses are going that way. I mean, I agree with you. Like, I think the bigger thing that businesses are missing in those efficiency equations, I know some Rexel places are cash free, but you can also have lines of credits there if you're looking to get electrical supplies. But yeah, no, I'm like on the same page with you. But my thing is, what they're not factoring in, like the customers you're spurning by that. And Jim, I don't know. I think we're also in the younger generation that I think we're going to see a day when things are essentially straight cashless. I mean, we already almost are, and I think that's why. I think about if you or I, well, you were rolling with some quiche around spring training, but
I'm a cash guy. I will never be in
you're an
favor.
old school guy, though.
Well, like, just this is money. Until the government says it's not money, stores should have to accept it.
That sounds like an old guy sentence.
Well, like, but that's if the government says
You're not wrong, but it's an old guy sentence.
Like, until the government says our currency is now all credit,
right?
Then storefronts should have to accept the nation's currency.
Yeah,
it's just like how the world works.
Well, businesses also have a right.
No.
I think that's a whole like government versus businesses, free labor. I don't know. That's a little above my head, but it's all.
You're looking for laissez-faire.
Sure.
Laissez-faire would be the business gets to be like, nah, we're gonna do whatever we want. But I'm totalitarian government.
You want the government in your business, running your business.
No,
the government just took talking Yanks. Boom.
No, I mean, if you want to not make cash allowable, then we need to fix the bank system, because banks are fucked. That means that you're giving so much power to the banks and credit cards and interest rates and all that stuff. And a homeless person can't get credit cards and lines of credit and stuff like that. So, or poor people, like you're really, really fucking people if cash is allowed. Like really, really fucking people. So whatever. 3 buffalo were shot dead after running wild on a California highway. It seems like they shouldn't have been running wild on the highway.
Yeah, tough look.
You know what?
Do I want to see the video? I don't know.
Whoa, they're huge.
Buffalo are enormous.
They are huge. I've talked about how easy buffalo were to kill.
Oh my god!
What? Did you watch the video?
Damn it!
You watched the video?
No. Did you see the last picture on the page?
No. Are they dead?
It's a dead buffalo being held upside down by a crane.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
God damn it.
Buffalo are dumb, so my brain went to it was probably fun. The rangers or the officers that were like, we get to kill the buffalo. It's legal. They're gun hungry. This is legal. We get to kill these things. There's no reward in killing buffalo. They're really, really dumb. That's why they got literally slaughtered off the planet.
Yeah.
They wouldn't run away when they got scared. They just freeze. So you could kill 20 buffalo in 1 minute on the buffalo hunts back in the Wild West.
I mean, I appreciate the Darwin side of it, but don't like this at all.
I was reading the book I'm reading, Dodge City, talk about those cow towns and how they popped up and stuff. And people thought buffalo hunting was going to be the big boost of the economy. They were like, this is going to be it, because buffalo skins cost a lot of money. So people went on buffalo hunts. The buffalo were gone in 5 years, Jake. Yeah, this is it. Get rich. And then they're just they all died. And the Native Americans were like, whoa, that sucks. We really used those things.
Oh, we used literally every part of those.
Yeah, we were pretty big on using the buffalo to live, and you're just shooting them and leaving.
We have a use for even every single bone and stuff.
They'd make lotions out of the blood and shit.
Yeah.
Now they can't.
Better the day, it's the better the day. Better the day, better the day.
Bow, 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 bow. Whoa! Jake got a winner. Jake and I both got a winner. The Nets won. He's getting better on Mondays, folks. He's now 20-17. He's on a one-game hot streak. Jake, what are you doing today with your pick? It's Dead Tuesday. So be careful.
It is Dead Tuesday.
You're 3-3 on Tuesdays.
Man. Well, man.
Man.
I gotta tell you what. You know what? I was gonna go to the Big Ten, but I don't need it anymore. We can save that for a rainy day. Plus the games looked hideous. God, you know what? Let's go. I don't know about that. Let's go to. Bum, 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 bum. You know what? I see it. I'm gonna go with some of my buddies here in the. We've got Oklahoma City facing the Minnesota.
Oklahoma is the place to be.
So we've got Oklahoma City facing the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who's home?
Your T-Wolves are home.
Okay. Who's favored?
Your T-Wolves are favored by 2.5. I have a caveat here, Jim.
Eating some caviar. What you got?
Paul George is out
Oh,
first
okay.
this game.
Okay.
Okay.
Why? Pregnant?
I think he banged up his shoulder. So they're just playing it conservative. He was kind of playing at like a MVP level. They went through a really cold streak. Well, partially without him. But Jim, here's the thing. We're at playoff point in the season. Minnesota's favored by 2.5 points. Their record is 29-34. 29-34. They they're out of playoff contention. They went through that whole Jimmy Butler saga earlier in the year. Karl Anthony Towns has been playing well, but they're tapping out. Oklahoma City is in the playoffs. They're fighting for seeding. They want to win. It's a lesser team, even without PG. I think you'll see one of these. We'll be talking about Russell Westbrook tomorrow, saying that he went for 38, 15 assists, and 12 rebounds. Oklahoma City plus 2.5.
The last time these two faced off, the Thunder won by 12. But Russell didn't play, and George dropped 23.
Okay.
So what are the Thunder really playing for? Seeding?
Yeah, so they are, Jim, right now they are third in the West, tied with Portland. They're both 39-24. Houston is one game back at 38-25. So right now, 3 through 4 in the West is a toss-up. The Jazz could get back at it. Right now, they're 8 back. So I mean, those teams are all 3 games apart, but you've got 3 teams that are 1 game apart, and it's the difference between home in the first round or away in the first round.
Okay, so I was wondering maybe if they're like, well, George is out, let's all just kind of take a night off. Who cares?
We'll all take an off night.
Yeah,
I think they can do that at this point.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering how much the seeding really mattered. Like if it was the 4 and 5 and they were just gonna play the same team home or away, maybe they don't care.
Okay.
But it's not that. Well, they're the 3, but you're saying the 4 and 5 are both close.
Yeah.
Maybe now they're going to try and prove the rest of the people this is their night to prove they can do it even without George.
Right. We like Paul George, but he's not the MVP.
Yeah. So why is Minnesota favored?
I mean, it's a home game for them.
Yeah, but that's who cares, you know?
Ooh.
I think that they're gonna take offense that they're not favored, Thunder. Even
Ooh,
though
I like that a lot, Jim. The T-Wolves are favored against us?
I don't know how much often they look at the spread and
Oh,
shit.
this is such free money. I was kind of into it. Now I know it's free money. With or against me.
All right, so I am
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
I think you and I put together a 5-0 agreement week this week.
oh, that's a lot to ask for.
That's a lot of pressure, a lot of free money.
Sometimes, where's that free money thing?
That's called free money. I heard you were giving out free money.
Sewage Joe.
Sewage Joe. All right, that's the end of this show. We appreciate you guys for stopping by and hanging out. We will be back tomorrow, correct, Jake?
We'll be back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, every day. Any more of your famous last words?
Hello.
Plain white tees. See you guys.